when I was old enough to ask her, I said, Mom, we were living in Queens, why did you go to the Bronx to have a baby? And she said to me, that's where the doctor was. The doctor was my father's first cousin, and I hope that he gave them a good rate. So, actually he did. My father used to show me a bill. I cost him $8 when I was born. A far cry from what might be today. I grew up in Promenade houses. It is 2,070 units of the best public housing in the United States of America, right across the street from Queens College, and on the other side, the Electricity Cooperative Local 3 IBW. I went to all local schools, PS 201, IS 237, which is in Flushing, and Jamaica High School with my friend Leroy Comrie, and sad to say that school no longer exists in the form that we knew. It was a great high school back then. It could be great again, and we hope. It's got the most magnificent campus on the hill. It's just a stunning, stunning, beautiful high school, and I'm sorry that that's gone. I spent my first year at Queens College. Couldn't stand looking at the people I'd been knowing in school since kindergarten, so I transferred to Binghamton, and I got my BA there. Since 1987, most of that time, the last 25 years, I've been working in government. I started with the great Assemblywoman Nettie Mayerson in the fall of 1987. Did almost 2 years with Nettie, worked with her on some fabulous pieces of legislation, including the Victim Sentencing Act and later the Baby AIDS Bill. I was out of her office when she passed that legislation, but as people will tell you, when you work for a legislator, or even though you leave their office, they forget that you go off the payroll. So I like to think I'm still working for her to some degree. I worked for 2 years as the regional representative here in Queens County with Governor Mario Cuomo. And then after 2 years there, Claire Shulman, who was the borough president at the time, called me up, and she asked me to come see her. Hello, Ingrid. She asked me to come see her, and she interviewed me for a job running her office, overseeing correspondence and scheduling and a million and other one details. And when she interviewed me, she said, I'm only interviewing one other person, but you're very high on my list. And I thought to myself, boy, if I'm not high on a two-person list, I'm in trouble. But I did get the job, and I worked at Borough Hall for 10 years. I ran, full disclosure, I ran for the city council against my friend Jim DeNiro. I lost to him. I ran again the following year for the assembly, which was 2002, in Flushing, a brand new seat. I won, lost 2 years later. Full disclosure again, my campaign manager just on the grid over there. But over the course of my lifetime in government, I have worked to help people. Most of them one at a time, most of them constituents who were at the end of their rope and didn't know where else to turn. When people call you, when they call their elected officials and their legislators, they need help. They need help. Sometimes it's very simple. It's a pothole or a tree needs to get pruned, and sometimes it's not so simple. And in my 25 years of working in government and around government, I would estimate I've helped over 20,000 people, again, most of them one at a time. I've had the honor of serving on, somebody mentioned that, of course, we're in the Great Historical Society. I've had the privilege of serving on the boards of 2 house museums here in Queens County. One, the magnificent Bound House, which we hope will soon be restored to its former glory. Is the oldest house in Queens County, dating back to 1660, and also on the Latimer House. For those of you who do not know Louis Latimer, he was the only African-American on Thomas Edison's team, and he is widely credited with inventing the filament for the electrical light bulb, and without him we'd all be sitting in the dark. I got 2 minutes, is that what you're telling me? I'm going to tell you that I'm running for borough president because I love this county. This is my home county, this is where I was raised, and this is where I've worked my entire professional life. I have spent the last 3 years touring the county as the Deputy Borough President, as Director of Community Boards, and also as the liaison to the Borough President to the Parks Department. It is a magnificent county. It has tremendous potential, which is realizing now, but everywhere I go, I do mention that one of the most important tasks before us, for any of us that are elected to the Borough Presidency, is the rebuilding of the Rockaways, and Howard Beach, and Hamilton Beach, and Ramblersville, and Broad Channel, all those communities that were devastated by Sandy. I know that many people in this room have been down there to help out. The task is overwhelming, but we are moving forward, and we are making progress. I'm going to yield my last minute to Mr. McClure. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I want to thank all the sponsors, and I look forward to hearing from my colleagues and to have the ability to answer your questions. Thank you very much.